is one of the road projects embarked on by the governor of Plateau State, Jonah David Jang. Jonah David Jang, on coming into office in 2007, he constituted a committee of seasoned engineers that looked at first projects that were inherited from the previous administration and planned a 4-year program for him. After that committee, the governor settled all the liabilities of the inherited contracts from the previous administration and then embarked on project construction. To date, he has completed 16 projects. 16 road projects have been completed with a total length of 300 kilometers at a cost of 20 billion naira. Right now, there are 7 projects ongoing. 7 projects ongoing with a total kilometers of 200, with a combined contract price of 10 billion. This project we are standing on here is called the Dualisation of Bochiring Road Jute Permanent Site. As we are all aware, when Jute Permanent Site was brought to here, there was an urgent need for access road. The road you pass through on your way to Jute there is a small access road that was done in-house by the ministry, because just to give a temporary access to the place. The major access before then was over the dam here, and as we are standing, you can see a dam. It's called the Lamingo Dam, and the present access is the dam spillway over the dam embankment. Dams are not constructed to carry traffic, heavy traffic. It was just a small temporary access road, and because of the need to provide very good access to Jute and equally to improve this area, because a new development area of the town, the governor awarded this contract to a reputable company, PLATEAU Nigeria Limited. The project manager is here, at the cost of 2.99 billion. The major challenge on this road, you can see, is this escarpment. This escarpment, we did a filling of up to 15 meters. That is a full 5-story building, and we are still moving. And apart from that, the whole, anybody who knows civil engineering quantities, over 300 cubic meters of material was borrowed in here. That is a lot. And this is a township project. Getting 300 cubic meters of material, you need to travel a lot, so there's a lot of challenge or haulage. Equally, there is a rock escarpment, a little rock, as we are going to go back, and the volume of rock caught there is more than 20,000 cubic meters. So that is actually the reason why the road went up to that amount. Equally, the road is going to be dualized with street lights. You could see the walkways are there, and drainage all through. I think that is the project. You're welcome, sir. And before you got here, you had passed through some of the completed projects. That project you drove through and back is the Wayfield Kwang Shen Du. It's a network of roads with a total kilometers of 60 kilometers, constructed at 5.8 billion. The president personally commissioned that project during his visit to the state. Thank you, sir.
Please, is there any question from my colleagues? Maybe the site engineer, contractor, with what we are seeing here. Earlier on, we have seen a very good job, the standard of the last road which we have visited. And I think that for the pump sector to have told us today that His Excellency has inherited quite a number of projects, and he is continuing with such projects, I think is highly commendable. I therefore want to commend him for this, and it is my prayer and hope, because in Nigeria today we have history of abandoned projects. The projects are not initiated by administration immediately after the end of the tenure of such administration. Most new administration will start and execute a new project, which I think is not good for the people of this country. And so far so good. I want to say that most of the projects we have seen are programs and projects that will have direct bearings on the lives of the people of Plateau State and by extension Nigerians. Therefore, I want to congratulate His Excellency for this. Honorable Ministers.
Well, PW, do we know your name and how do you find working in Plateau? Is it, we have seen a number of roads that you reportedly built in Plateau. We rode in a number of them, to the road to Forum, to Zawan, to the dam, Lamingo Dam, and so on. And how do you find working in Plateau? We also saw that the roads are really of very good quality. We want to know more about PW and what you are doing in Plateau, and the description of your relationship with the state.
PW are very happy to be working in Plateau. The work, we find it very challenging yet rewarding. Many of the projects we undertake are quite difficult in the nature, as you can see, large embankments, bridges and all the associated works, the drainage and the walkways and the lightings. It's very difficult work, but we're glad to be able to do it and be able to bring this work to the people of Plateau.
Well, my colleague, the Minister of Water Resources, the NUJ President, members of the State Executive Council and members of the Good Governance Entourage. Earlier on, we inspected some of the completed roads. Most of the roads we were driving through today, according to the officials of the state government, are new roads that were constructed by His Excellency Governor Jang. I must say that I grew up in Jos. This whole area was never opened up. You know, I see a new city and I see infrastructure, and I'm particularly impressed by the quality of the roads we saw. You know, the quality is very important, because in this country, you construct road 2 years after, it's been washed away. But what we are seeing today are quality jobs that you could see maybe in Abuja or anywhere. And I'm very, very impressed by this. The other vision is the idea of opening up Jos beyond the city center. This is really going to give this state the opportunity. Jos is so beautiful that you can make a road to anywhere and people would like to come and live there. But I have been talking to the Commissioner for Information as we drove together. These new areas that you're opening up, you have to plan them. Let them never develop into slums. You must have a grand plan where people will only build according to a grander plan to produce a new city. Jos is a place that we can promote, and people all over the world would like to come here. So please, let's be sure that this new area that the government is opening up will transform the life of Nigerians outside Plateau State. And I think I have seen evidence of work, and the vision is good, the work is good, and we'll go around. We will discuss as we move from place to place. I think we are really impressed by the kind of work we see go on here in Plateau.
Well, thank you. We are happy to see this project, and I believe that the good governance team also have seen that the quality is quite high. And the secret is that the governor is a man of taste and a man of high quality, and he goes about supervising the projects himself. And when he's not satisfied, the contractors run into trouble. Is that not? You see? So we hope that other people that are given responsibility and also in different positions of authority would also take the issue of supervision quite seriously and monitoring, and to ensure that projects are of standard and they are delivered on time. Thank you.
I'd like to add quickly that in line with what the Honourable Minister has just mentioned, the Plateau State government has carved out a 25-year plan, a 25-year strategic plan to work on a greater Jos. So we have a greater Jos master plan that encompasses 6 local governments: Jos North, Jos South, Jos East, Bassa local government, Riom, Barkinladi, the whole of the northern zone. So we are going beyond the initial plan that the late J.D. Gomwok had. He had a great vision for Jos Metropolis and Bukuru. But what you are seeing in opening up these areas and providing very vital infrastructure is to ensure that 25 years from now, we have a completely new city of Jos that stretches out to all these 6 local government areas. So that work is going on. The consultants have done their work and they have handed it over to the state. This is also where private participation will be required. So every ministry is working with the Ministry of Urban Development to ensure that whatever developments will be taking place within the Greater Jos Master Plan. And that is also why commercial motorcycles were banned. And that is why you are having the taxis coming in. We envisage too eventually that we would phase out the tricycles within Jos. They would now be way outside of Jos. Then you will have a modern city that is emerging. So that is been planned now. Thank you very much.
Thank you.